Football then and now, a fun look at football nostalgia and the modern game intertwined. Join us.
This is Football Then and Now, episode 60, and we're going to do a quick one, aren't we, today, ahead of the race for the Champions League. And you were last on with us in August. What a season Aston Villa have had, and I bet you've been amazed by how well it's gone.
Oh, mate. Well, I remember coming on in August and saying to you, I didn't even think we were going to get out of the group stages of Champions League. And, you know, look where we went. You know, we finished in the top 8. Just. I know it was close, but we deserved it from the way we played at the beginning. And then, obviously, to go on and get through to the quarters, I could never have imagined it. We just want to get back there now. That's the thing.
Amazing. Like, literally, what 2 great games against PSG, so close, you played so well. And you were everybody's second team, I think. Everybody wanted Villa to do well. Everyone was counting on Villa. I know a lot of Everton fans like myself were really just impressed with Villa. The route through the league stage, of course, and into the knockout phase. And PSG, you know, they went on to knock out Liverpool, yourselves, Arsenal. You know, they really had the number of the Premier League teams in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I've got to be honest. Me and Maria are both rooting for PSG to win it now, because at least we can say we lost to the winners.
Incredible, like that. I tell you what, though, Inter Milan are going to take some stopping. Look how well they played against Barca over the 2 legs.
I saw the result, but I didn't get to catch any of the 2 games. But I was shocked when Inter took it to them at Barca. And then when I saw the result, I was like, it went to penalties, didn't it, in the second game?
No, they went through. They went through on aggregate Inter in the end. They late goals, and it went into extra time, and they got the winner in extra time.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. It's right. It was literally in the dying few minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Barca scored, and it looked like they were going through, and then they got the equaliser, and then obviously subsequently in extra time they went through. Yeah, Barca have been good as well, though. Do you know what I mean? They've been really good in the tournament. They scored a lot of goals, so you know it was good. The knockout stage is very good. I would argue it's one of the best Champions League seasons in years. It's been so exciting.
Yeah, I think that new format was really good in the end. I mean, we was a bit reluctant, wasn't we, at the beginning when we were talking about it back in August. But I think that was really good. I suppose Liverpool will probably feel hard done by because of how they came top, but then they still ended up facing a tough team, didn't they? Where you think you earn your first place, you might get through a bit further in the league.
I'm just going to take a look, mate, at the fixtures for this weekend. We alluded to who's going to be top 5, who's going to be automatically going in to the Champions League, of course, getting those final Champions League spots. Of course, Tottenham have gone through to win the Europa League, so they're in it. So we're going to have 6 teams from the Premier League going into next season's Champions League. It's amazing. But I think I'm going to start with yourselves and your game. You're away at Man United, of course. I've got you winning this one, mate. I've got to be honest. I think, you know, they had a bit of a tough night the other evening, of course, in the end. How do you think it's going to go for your villains?
I'll be honest, mate. I can only see it going one way, and that's a Villa win. In fact, I've been saying for weeks now that I thought that Villa could easily win their last 4 games of the season. Not easily against Bournemouth, but everyone else was like, we can beat them, especially like knowing we had Man U and Spurs coming up and they were all focusing on the Europa final. No, that's done and dusted, but Man U's heads are going to be down, aren't they? I mean, I don't even see them scoring. We've been keeping clean sheets the last few games as well, so I've got 2-3-0 on this one for Villa.
Ange went defensive. He went against everything that he normally does. Normally they go attacking and there's loads of goals. He went the other way, didn't he? But we'll just stifle them in the attack and we'll catch them. And the goal was poor. And Arna again at fault. So many mistakes from him. But the defending before that goal went in as well, it was poor on the defenders' end as well. You know, Shaw was going in there. So I do, obviously, you're blaming Arne for letting it slip through, but I think the defending could have been better as well. Yeah, I only see you guys winning this, and I've got you 3-1 at Old Trafford, mate, which would then put you on 69 points.
Yeah, like I say, I don't even know. I don't even know if they'll be able to score. Their heads are all going to be down, aren't they? But again, they are at home. Are they going to want to put a show on final day in the front of the home crowd? But I don't think even the crowd will be up for it. Apparently, I think there were still tickets going for the home sport.
Bloody hell! Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I think Amarim's obviously staying on. You know, he's not going to get sacked, so they carry on, don't they? But you know, a lot of people calling for his head after that game. You know, the powers that be at United won in there. I think he's going to get at least another season, isn't he? Surely they can't keep sacking managers, but you know, it's crazy. It's crazy for them at the moment. And I'm going to go for Forest versus Chelsea because that's the big one because it concerns two teams that are trying to get in the top 5 on the final day. What a game we're going to have there. Of course, Chelsea have got to go away to Forest. So your thoughts on that one? How do you think that one's going to go on?
Well, I really can't call this. I mean, Chelsea are all over the place, aren't they? And they've got their conference final next week as well. So obviously they're going to prefer to be in Champions League. I don't know how that works there. So if they win the conference final, they go into Europa, don't they?
Yes.
But they're going to want to prioritise champions.
If they win the Conference League, they qualify for the Champions League through the Premier League, and if they're in the top 5, that position, the Europa League spot would then go to the team that are in 8th in the Premier League. So like Brentford, Brighton, and all them are still fighting out for it. So if Chelsea are top 5 and they win the Conference League, they'll obviously go to the Champions League, and the Europa League spot that they'd won from winning the Conference League would then go to the 8th place team. So it's big. It's massive.
Well, for us, I think me and Maria both said that obviously if Villa win, then my ideal result would be a draw between them two teams.
Yeah.
Because then we finish above both of them.
Yeah. So you're gonna go with a draw.
I am going to go with a draw. I don't know if it'll be 0-0. I don't know. I'm going to say 0-0. I'm going to say neither team are going to be able to score because they're both going to want to defend. But then, because they're defending so hard, now we know Forest can defend. I know they've not kept a clean sheet for a few games now, but I think they're going to definitely keep Chelsea out. And isn't Jackson still suspended for this game?
I think someone was telling me actually. I think they've got that Mark Gu, you know, the young striker coming back, the Spanish lad. I think he might be out. I think you might be right actually.
Because the red card, wasn't it? I think this will be his last game. So they're a striker down. Palmer's really not hit the peaks he did last season, but I think that's just due to the change in shape that Chelsea seem to have done as well. You know, we want him with a different manager, aren't we? Maresca's got them playing different to Poch. So I'm going to go 0-0 for that one. And that's 0-0. That's what I hope.
Your heart and your head are saying 0-0 there. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very tight. I think it's going to be the odd goal. I just think Forest. Are at home as well. I've just got a funny feeling that Forest will. They're going to edge them because I think obviously they're looking to Wednesday to their final, Chelsea as well. Do you know what I mean? They've got their eye on that as well. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Forest on that one, which would mean Chelsea aren't getting into the Champions League.
No, and obviously with a Villa win, we'll still be above Forest then, because as you know, our goal difference is not as great as those teams around us.
Absolutely. I'm just going to move us along to Newcastle and Everton, my Everton. And we know how good Newcastle have been at St James's Park. Jared Branthwaite has got a hamstring injury, so it's a big loss to us. So it'll be Michael Keane and Jake O'Brien at the back. I don't know if Isak's fit. I know he was out for the previous game. I think he still might be out. I think Newcastle are so strong at home, so I'm quite worried. Really, I don't think we're going to get anything, and that would obviously mean Newcastle have been the automatics if they beat us and they qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, see, I think with the Isak injury, I think that was precautionary. As you know, he's been having this groin issue for the last couple of months, especially. Now, maybe Eddie Howe was thinking he wouldn't be able to get anything out of the Arsenal game, so he thought rest him for final game day at home as well, St James. Make sure Isak's there. And I'm sorry, I can only see this going one way. I don't think you're going to be able to touch him, mate.
They're so good in midfield. Their midfield's so strong. Tonali, Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Harvey Barnes, Jacob Murphy's been brilliant this season. He's been so good. That's been crucial. Their midfield. I know obviously the goals from Missat, but they've had a lot of goals from midfield as well. So it's I can't see past this. I can't see past the Newcastle victory, I'm afraid, and I'm going to get hammered probably by my fellow Evertonians there. But yeah, I think maybe I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. What's your prediction, Ant?
I was thinking 2-0. No more than 2 goals because I know you've lost Branthwaite, but defensively, since Moyes has come in, you've been stronger at the back, haven't you? But obviously you're missing Tarky as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we really have missed him. But I tell you what, O'Brien and Branthwaite have been very good because O'Brien's gone back to his natural centre back position. But of course, he's, with Branthwaite not there, it's tough. But Jake O'Brien been playing at right back, since Moyes has come in. Couldn't get a kick under Dice. He's been brilliant. He's been so good for us. And we have got Njai back. We've got McNeil back. So I think we will have a go at them. I just think Newcastle will push on. They've obviously missed Champions League this season after having it the previous season. They'll have the bug for it. So, yeah, I've got Newcastle as well, mate. And then finally, mate, before we go, Man City, Fulham. City have got to travel down to Craven Cottage. City's form in the league's been pretty solid, actually. I've got to be fair, they've been very good. Obviously lost the FA Cup final to Palace. Palace in great form, though. They've been fantastic in the second half of the season. Fulham are in a bad run. We went down there and won obviously 3-1. They're on a bad run, and I just think City, they just need to get over the line, don't they? Make sure they're in there. They're in third, of course. So I've got City 3-0 in this one, Ant.
Oh no! City love to concede the odd goal, don't they? And especially down at Craven. I know Fulham's not going to win. I've got City for the win, but I think Fulham will definitely steal a goal. I mean, look what happened in City's last game as well. It was ridiculous. About 30 seconds to the end, conceding. I've got 2-1, 3-1. 3-1 I've got for this one.
So off the back of that, and it'd be City, Newcastle. It would be Villa getting the final spot, wouldn't it? Because obviously Forest wouldn't have enough points losing to Chelsea the way I've done it. So obviously they'd be in sixth. Chelsea would be seventh, I think. No, Chelsea would be higher up, wouldn't they? Sorry, I'm talking nonsense here. You would go above Villa with the scores with 7th. You'd go above Chelsea. Sorry, getting tongue tied here.
Yeah, and then Forest would jump above Chelsea because you've got Forest for the win.
Yeah. So there we have it. The final day. We've had to be brief. We were meant to do a longer episode today, so we've just jumped on. Anne will be joining us on Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock to come back on, and we're going to review the season, obviously the final day's games. We will also take a look at Chelsea Betis in the Europa Conference League final. We'll preview that as well. Chris will be with us as well. So it'll be the three of us. Ant will be returning back-to-back episodes for Ant. The Villa fan, fantastic season for Villa. Hope you get through and you get Champions League football again, because the fans have been absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere at Villa Park, amazing. One of the best atmospheres of the season for sure. So yeah, you want that Champions League, don't you, every year now?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I managed to actually go to 2 of the games in the end from the Champions League. I was away for 2 of the others, unfortunately. I'd have loved to have gone to that Bayern Munich game. But we went to Celtic. Celtic was a really good game. I enjoyed that one. And Juventus, but the Juventus was a 0-0. It was a bit stale, that one. I think both teams just defended a bit too much. But the Celtic game was fantastic. I wish I was trying to get tickets to that PSG game as well, where we
oh my days! The hottest ticket in town, man. The hottest ticket in town. Yeah, unbelievable. Just so close, so close in that game, mate. Over the 2 legs.
That was the best comeback I've ever seen since I've been following Villa. Going 2-0 down, by this point we're like 5-1 on aggregate down, and then to come back, to 5-4 on aggregate, fantastic. Absolutely can't take it away from the boys at all. They should all have their heads held high for that performance. And as far as we got in the FA Cup as well, I was a bit disappointed with the loss to Palace, to be fair. But Palace, they played really well. They're playing us, and obviously they've gone on to win the FA Cup as well. So fair play to them. They've got a Europe spot.
You did good business in January. I've spoke to Brady about this when he came on, and he was made up. But the January business was unparalleled. The players he's managed to get in, the calibre of players. So he strengthened it, didn't he, for the second half of the season?
Yeah, I just hope we can keep all of them. I don't know what the situation is with Rashford. There are people saying that he wants to go to Barcelona. I don't think there's a space for him at Manchester, and I don't think he wants to go back to Manchester. But I'd love to keep him. I mean, he's been fantastic. I had Man U fans at the beginning when we were getting him on, saying, "Oh yeah, I'll pay for his bus ticket down to Birmingham." I was well excited to have him. I was like, Emery will get that guy playing because you know how good Rashford is. It's just that he obviously just didn't fit into the system at Manchester.
It was the change in management, wasn't it, and all that, and then Ten Hag was he ruled the roost, and that was it. So yeah, it's very positive for Villa going forward, and we'll see you for episode 61 Tuesday evening live at 8 p.m. UK time. Chris will be back. I think Chris will also have this week, this day in football history. That will be returning as well, because we didn't do it on the last two episodes. And we will see you Tuesday evening. And Ant, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, mate. Good to talk to you.
Take care, mate.
Football then and now, a fun look at football nostalgia and the modern game intertwined. Join us.